So the Wii U came out in 2012, and it's a great console, but it lacked quite a lot. Though it did have some great games on it, the Wii U sales weren't as great as the last generation, or it didn't do as great compared to the competitors of this generation. Nintendo seems to be preparing for the next console, the NX, which is supposed to be revealed most likely E3. Usually Nintendo console comes around every 5 to 6 years, but it seems like we won't have to wait as long this time. In order for the NX to do well, it will need a lot of improvements. In this list, we are going to look at 30 things the NX could use to be a great console. The first thing the Nintendo NX needs to have to be successful is a strong launch lineup. Sure, we had a bunch of games come out for the Wii U, but most of the games came out already months ahead, already for other consoles. And probably the best game that came out at launch was the new Super Mario Bros. U. The next thing we need for the NX is more third-party titles. A lot of developers stayed away from developing for the Wii U, and most of the third-party titles that were released already came out months before for other consoles. So since they were already released for other consoles, no one wanted to buy it for the Wii U. The NX needs massive hardware to compete with other consoles of this generation, because if you compare the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Wii U actually looks terrible compared to the other ones. The NX needs better ports of games, because if a game is released on multiple platforms, it should be in par with them, or hopefully better looking than them. The NX needs more storage, because 32 gigs is just not enough. It needs at least 500 gigs, but more is better. Give the NX cloud storage so we can save our data online, in case things corrupt. Also, give us the ability to share it with other users as well, so they can just play the game without unlocking things. Give us multiple ways to play the game. With the Wii, you were forced to use motion controls. With the Wii U, you had to use the tablet gamepad. Give us the option of playing with the regular controller and the Innovation controller. When the NX comes out, they should bundle the regular controller and the Innovation controller together. Nintendo loves to give us new things, but sometimes us gamers just want to play a game normally, without the gimmicks. The only trend Nintendo needs to stick with is having backwards compatibility. They started doing this ever since the Game Boy Color, and it worked ever since. Ever since the Wii came out, we were hoping it would play DVDs, but nope. Wii U? Nope. Maybe the NX will get this? It would be nice to play movies on it, such as a Blu-ray player. I know not many users have 4K TVs yet, but it would be nice for the NX to have the ability to do 4K. It's always nice to have options for developers and users who want the extra pixels during their gaming experience. The one big thing Nintendo really lacks is giving us the ability to voice chat with other players. Also, the mic quality is horrible when we are allowed to actually use it. Just listen to this. Yeah, they should allow us to use our own gaming headset from now on. If you didn't know this, there's a region lock on your console and you can't play games that are released to other countries. It would be really nice to play imported games without having to buy another console. Let's face it, mobile is the future and it seems like everybody is buried into their handheld device. The NX should have the option of taking games with you, as well playing on your home console. Of course though, this idea comes from a patent where you can play games on your console and then take it out as a handheld and still play on. Or if you need to use the bathroom, you can have some fun toilet time. You ever get tired of looking at the same interface all the time? It would be awesome if we can customize it, add themes or change it so it's not so plain. Sorta how we can do with the 3DS, but make it better. Every game should have a way of earning achievements or trophies just to make us feel awesome when doing something amazing in the game. Recently in Super Mario Maker they added the fastest players who beat the level, and something small like that was just awesome. We need more achievements in Nintendo games. It also gives us bragging rights. I know we are growing into the digital age where everything has become digital, but Nintendo still should release physical and digital copies of the games. I like being able to actually hold the game in my hand, and plus it's easy to share with friends and family. Though the good thing about digital games is you can easily change games without having to swap the disc. The Wii U didn't have much of this, but the NX needs more new IPs. Splatoon was the hugest new IP for the Wii U, and it did well, and it really helped out the sales for the Wii U. Nintendo has to have at least 10 new IPs to try out for the NX, and hopefully it will boost up sales greatly. What was really lacking for the Wii U was the game library. The console is only as good as what the games are on it. There's a lot of dry spots for the Wii U owners with no great games to buy and play. Yeah, they did have a lot of good games come out, but it just wasn't enough to keep the sale as high as they wanted to achieve. This is actually a cool idea I had. Nintendo likes to bring back retro games. People love bundle collections, so why not pack 25 to 100 games on a single disc? If you fit 700 Super NES games, it's less than a gigabyte. What do you guys think about this idea? Nintendo really needs to give us a new Metroid game. It's been a while, and the last game they gave us just really sucked ass for the 3DS. If you call that a Metroid game. Remember the good old days when you could just insert the game, turn it on, and just play it without having to wait for the menu to load? Then wait for the game to load just to play it? The last time we had this was for the GameCube. Things were so much simpler just to play a game, and it would really be nice to bring this option back once again. There are so many people who enjoy doing Let's Plays and connecting with each other, but with Nintendo, it's not that simple because of their copyrights and the Nintendo Creative Program, which is a terrible idea, which actually hurts their games instead of helping it. Nintendo should implement a way to stream actually from the console so you can record your gameplays and not copyright the Let's Plays, and this would actually greatly help with the NX sales. You can never have too many friends, but with the Wii U, you can. There is a limit on how many friends you can connect with. If you want to add someone else, you gotta remove someone first. They should increase their friend limit to about 200 or 300 friends maximum. As gimmicky as the virtual reality is, Nintendo should have an option to support it. It would not be a priority, but have that option available. This is probably my lame thing on the list, but it's just something nice to have available to us. Give the NX a good name for the final product. I know Nintendo is not using the Wii brand anymore, which is a great idea, but please give it a name we can all love. The Wii U was a terrible name for a console. The Wii had a codename of the Revolution, which would have been a nice name for the Wii, but sadly, we did not get that. Sometimes, in order to sell a product, it's not always about the game. It's not always about the technology. It's about the marketing and presentation. With loyal fans, they will buy it no matter what. But to get the other people who don't play Nintendo, you really have to show them why you should buy the console and why the console is amazing. When the Wii U came out, I thought it was just a new controller for the Wii, and I was feeling very disappointed until I realized it was a new console, but even so, the Wii U just didn't excite me when it first came out. I really love Nintendo digital events, and I always try to watch it live. E3 is the biggest time of the year to reveal something, and Nintendo hasn't done a live presentation for a few years now, and just did a digital event. This year, when they reveal the NX, they should show it off live like they did before. They can go back to doing digital events again, but when it comes to console releases, it's always nice to see the reactions and presentation, even if they make mistakes.
So, I don't know if it's because of the wireless interference, but we did have a few technical difficulties, but I can assure you that...
Now this is something we all want to know for the NX, is knowing when the release date is. I'm assuming it's going to be on a Sunday, which I believe the day of release is November the 13th, because Nintendo likes to release consoles on a Sunday, and they like doing it during the holiday season. The Wii came out on a Sunday, and the Wii U came out on a Sunday, so my guess is they will stick to the same time to release the NX. So that concludes my video. Let me know what you thought about this in the comment section below, and if there's something that you want for the NX that I did not talk about, let me know as well. And be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like this video as well. I appreciate every single like that I receive. And should I do more videos like this? I know I usually stick to montages, but I wanted to try something new, and I got a new microphone, if you can see it right here. Of course you can see it, that's a stupid comment. But it's actually a Blue Yeti microphone, and the quality is pretty high on this compared to my headsets that I usually use. So it was something new that I had to try out. And as always, have a smashing day. My hair's a mess.